Welcome back to English Lessons with Guneet. So in today's video, we're going to start with Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. So for today's video, we're going to do Act 1, Scene 1. So before we start, we need to know that where the scene takes place and which all characters are there. So the main characters here are Flavius, Marullus, and certain commoners. And the most important of them are the first citizen and the second citizen. So Flavius and Marullus, both of them are senators. So senators are the officials which are elected by the people to protect their rights from the government, from the rulers. So Flavius and Marullus, both of them are senators. Then there are certain commoners. We'll get to know that what is their importance in this scene, and this scene takes place on the streets of Rome. So let's get started. Flavius, hence home, you idle creatures, get you home. Is this a holiday? So Flavius is addressing the common people on the streets of Rome as idle creatures, that why are you all here? Go to your homes. Do you think that this is a holiday? What know you not, being mechanical, you ought not walk upon a labouring day without the sign of your profession. Speak, what trade art thou? So here, being mechanical means ordinary manual workers. You should not be walking here and there upon a laboring day, means on a working day, without the sign of a profession, means without the dressing of your profession. You should not be here and there. And then he asks one man that speak, what trade art thou? Means art means are, and thou means you, that what is your profession. Then the first citizen, who is a carpenter, he says, why sir, a carpenter, I'm a carpenter. Then Marullus says that where is thy little apron and thy rule? What dost thou with the best apparel on? You sir, what trade art thou? So now Marullus, he's saying, okay, I understand you are a carpenter, but where is the sign of a profession? Where is your little apron and the rule, the ruler which you use for your work? If it is a working day, you should not be roaming here and there. And why are you wearing your best apparel? Why are you wearing your best clothes? You, sir, what trade art thou? Then he asked another man that, you, sir, what is your profession? Now, the second citizen, he is a very clever man. He uses very tricky words and a special thing, which is called as puns. So puns are the words which have different meanings, but they sound similar. So this second citizen, who is a cobbler, he uses many puns. We'll get to know by reading further that how he uses many puns. So he says, truly sir, in respect of fine workman, yes sir, in comparison to a fine workman, in comparison to a good man, a good workman I am. But you can say I am a cobbler. Here he uses the pun cobbler. Now you would ask that how? Cobbler is a pun. So cobbler has two meanings. The first meaning that we know commonly, that is a person who repairs shoes or a one who makes shoes. And the second meaning is a clumsy workman. Then Marullus, what trade art thou? Answer me directly. Now Marullus is getting impatient, so he asks, just answer me directly, that what is your profession? Now the cobbler says, a trade, sir, that I hope I may use with the safe conscience, which is indeed a mender of bad souls. Saying, sir, you may say, a profession in which you need a safe conscience, you need a safe, which is indeed, sir, I am a mender of bad souls. Means I am a person who repairs bad souls. Here souls is again a pun. So the first meaning of soul is the human soul which we know, and the second meaning of soul is it is a part of the shoe, under the shoe. So now Marullus, he gets very angry and he says, what trade, thou knave, thou naughty knave, what trade? Because what Marullus understands is that the cobbler, he is calling Marullus a bad soul. That is why he's saying that I'm a mender of bad souls. So Marullus feels very bad. So he's just answer me directly, you knave, means you worthless fellow, that what is your profession? Now the cobbler says, nay sir. Now cobbler, he even feels ashamed. He says, you sir, don't be out with me, means don't be angry with me, and if you behave with me like this, I can mend you. So now he's trying to say that yes, you're a bad soul and I'm going to repair you, I can bend you. The Marullus feels very embarrassed and ashamed. So Marullus said, what meanest by that? Means, what do you mean by that? Mend me, thou saucy fellow. That you, bad fellow, you want to mend me, you can repair me. Now the cobbler says, why sir, cobble you? Now Flavius understands the game, that this cobbler is a very clever man and he is using tricky words. So now Flavius understands. He asks, "Thou art a cobbler, art thou?" Means by profession you are a cobbler, are you? Then the cobbler says, "Truly, sir, all that I live by is with the awl. I meddle with no tradesman's matters nor women's matters, but with my all. I am indeed, sir, a surgeon to old shoes. When they are in great danger, I recover them, as proper men as ever trod upon neat's leather have gone upon my handiwork." He says, "Yes, sir, you are truly, sir, absolutely right. That for me, everything that I live by is with the all. All is again hereupon. The first meaning of all is ALL, what we say, all, that is everyone. And the second meaning is all is a tool which is used by the cobbler. So he says, yes, for everything, my all is there. I do not meddle, means I do not interfere in the tradesman's, businessman's matters or women's matters, but I am indeed, sir, I am just a surgeon to old shoes, and when they are in great danger, I recover them, I repair them." And he says that great men, proper men, have trod upon my needs ladder, have gone upon my handiwork. Means great men have experienced my work. Now Flavius says, "But okay, I understand you are a cobbler, but wherefore art not in thy shop today? And why dost thou lead these men about the streets?" So he says, "But you are a cobbler, then why are you not in your shop today? And why dost thou," means why are you leading these men about the streets? Now the cobbler says, "Truly, sir, to wear out their shoes to get myself into more work." Says, "Yes, sir, actually I'll wear my shoes which I have repaired myself and all, so this is a way of advertisement to me, so I'll get more work. But the actual reason is, but indeed, sir, we make holiday to see Caesar and to rejoice in his triumph." Says, "Yeah, but the actual reason is that we want to celebrate Caesar's victory." Now Marullus, he says, "Wherefore rejoice? What conquest brings he home? What tributaries follow him to Rome? To grace and captive borne his chariot wheels." He says, "But why are you all celebrating? What conquest? What thing is he bringing home? He is bringing back to Rome. What victory is he bringing back? What tributaries follow him to Rome?" Means the money, the looted money of the war. Grace and captive borne his chariot wheels. So basically this was an old Roman tradition in which the prisoners of the war, they were tied at the back of the chariot of the ruler, and the ruler was allowed to take his chariot throughout the city. Fine, so this is to grace and captive borne his chariot wheels. And then he addresses the Romans as "you blocks, you stones, you worthless senseless things," means those who don't have any feelings. "Oh, you hard hearts, you cruel men of Rome. Knew you not Pompey?" Now Pompey is another character. So now what is the relation between Pompey and Caesar? So basically they both were high officials in the Roman government, and Marullus and Flavius, they were supporters of Pompey. But now there had been a rivalry, a war between Caesar and Pompey, and Caesar had defeated Pompey and his sons. Now they are finally here to say, they are here to instigate the common people against Caesar. Fine, so they are saying, "You do not know Pompey. Many a time and oft," means many a time and often, "you climbed up to the walls and battlements, to towers and windows, yet to chimney tops, your infants in your arms, your babies in your arms, and there have sat the livelong day, the whole day, with patient expectation. And when you saw his chariot but appear, have you not made an universal shout that Tiber trembled underneath her banks?" Means you loved Pompey so much, you don't know about Pompey, whom you loved so much, that you used to climb the walls, battlements, and the chimney tops with your babies in your arms, and you sat there the whole day long with patient expectation to just have a glance on Pompey. And when he passed through the streets of Rome, you used to shout so loudly in happiness that Tiber, who's the river of Rome, that the river, even it trembled underneath her banks, that he used to shout so loudly. Now to hear the replication of his sounds, mean to hear hearing the echo of his sounds, made her concave shores. Your echo even reached the hollow shores of Tiber river. And do you now put on your best attire? Means do you now put on your best clothes, and now you cull out a holiday, means select a holiday, And now when Pompey is dead, you're wearing your best clothes, your best apparels, and you're selecting your holiday. And are you now strewing flowers? I mean, you're putting flowers, throwing flowers in the way, in the path of the person that comes in triumph over Pompey's blood. Means now you are putting flowers for that person who is coming by killing Pompey over Pompey's blood. Be gone means, just you all need to understand this, that run to your houses, fall upon your knees, pray to God to intermit the plague that needs must light on this ingratitude. That you all loved Pompey so much, but now you are celebrating the victory of that person that is coming over Pompey's blood. Now you are being so ingratitude, you Romans, that if you be gone means you all go from here and run to your houses if you want the gods not to punish you for such ingratitude that you have showed towards Pompey. Now Flavius even adds to this that go, good countrymen, and for this fault assemble all the poor men of his sort, draw them to Tiber banks, and weep your tears into the channel till the lowest stream took is the most exalted of all. He says, okay, go, good countrymen, and for this fault, this mistake, this ingratitude that you showed towards Pompey, you need to gather all the poor men of your sort, means of your class, and take them to the Tiber banks and weep your tears, cry your tears out there into the channel till even the lowest stream, it is full. Fine. And Duke is the most exalted shores of all. Now all the commoners exit, and only Flavius and Marullus are left on the stage. Now Flavius only continues his speech here, that see whether their basest metal be not moved. Now Marullus, with how my simple words, I just changed their basest metal, I just changed their minds. Basest metal here, it symbolizes dullness, that these Romans are so dull that I changed them so fast. And they vanish tongue-tied in their guiltiness. Now they are all covered in their own guiltiness only. And go you down that way towards the Capitol, this way will I disrobe the images if you find them decked with ceremonies. He's saying, now you go towards the Capitol. So Capitol is a very famous temple of Rome. Now Flavius is asking Marullus to go towards the Capitol, and he's saying that I will go towards the other direction, and wherever you found all the decorations that are put up for Caesar, just remove all those things and disturb all the images. Now Marullus, he's a little hesitant. So the reason for his hesitance is that he's asking that maybe do so. It is the feast of Lupercal. So basically the feast of Lupercal, it was celebrated on 15th February. So it was celebrated in the honor of Italian god of shepherds, and it was celebrated to ensure the fertility of the animal during spring. So that is why the people celebrated it, and it was against the Roman law to remove any decorations which were put up in the honor of God, and moreover Caesar was the head of the festivities that year. Now Flavius, he's more assertive, and he's saying to Marullus, no, you don't worry about it, it is no matter, that's not a problem. Let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies, means with any honor for Caesar, any flowers, any garlands or anything like that. Then he says, I'll about and drive the vulgar from the streets, means the common people from the streets, and you also do the same wherever you perceive them, means wherever you find them together. These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make him fly an ordinary pitch, who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness. So these last 4 lines, they are a metaphor. So metaphor is a comparison without like and as. So here, this Julius Caesar, he is being compared to a young falcon. So like a young falcon, his feathers are only his support to fly. So if the feathers are there, then only the falcon can rise above the sky, above the ground level, and fly high. But if these feathers are only cut off, then the falcon has no ability to fly. So same way Caesar is compared. So Caesar is compared to the young falcon, and the feathers are the common Romans. So he's saying if we'll take away the power of the common citizens of Rome from Caesar, then Caesar will also have to come to a low level as all of us, and he would not be able to keep all of us in servile fearfulness. So Marullus and Flavius, they feared that Caesar would become a dictator and he would keep all of the Romans, including them, as slaves. So they would have to be under servile fearfulness of Julius Caesar. But if these growing feathers, that is the growing popularity of Caesar, the Romans, the support of Caesar is only the Romans, and if this would only be cut off, then Caesar would have to come to an ordinary pitch only. So this is what it means. So both of the paragraphs of Marullus, the before one that we had done, wherefore rejoice, that one, and this one of the last paragraph of Flavius, these both are very important and usually asked in the exams. So I hope that you understood this scene. So in the next video I am going to explain about the scene 2 of Act 1. So I hope that you like the video. So till next time, bye bye.